my name is Sue Fairweather, and I am the chair of Labour United. And with me today is Dani Bartlett, who is the Labour staff with United Way. So this year was different, no doubt about it. Setting aside cliches, it was hard. As some local organizations were closed or locked down, the majority of organized labor was deemed essential, and many of us found ourselves working in conditions that were and still are straight out of a science fiction movie. Long hours, uncertain health, safety risks, PPE shortages, emergency orders that nulled collective agreements were just a few of the challenges we confronted daily.
Frontline health workers were asked to leave their families and stay in hotels, trailers, and less glamorous alternatives to keep their families safe. Our very own Labour Appreciation Award winner, Terry McNair, who works in Emerge at St. Joe's, was one such person and had to leave her son to ensure his safety. Thank you, Terry, for all you have done.
Almost immediately, London created a task force consisting of 5 subcommittees to ensure that our community was able to respond and to do what was necessary in the light of the pandemic. Labour lobbied immediately to ensure that their voice was heard. Week after week, we sat alongside our Labour partners as agencies pivoted and supported each other and the community in the ever-changing and uncertain global environment.
It was not possible for Labour to just shut their doors and plan. They had to don whatever PPE could be found and figure out what the safest way to take on the crisis and protect their members. Land winner Nancy McMurphy, president of Healthcare and Long-Term Care Local Unifor 302, embodied resilience as she negotiated the best conditions for her members at every step of the way.
Responders are working exhausting hours with added risks to personal safety. United Way Changemaker Award winner I've Got Your Back 911 shares stories of the trauma and mistreatment paramedics are facing while supporting a very frightened community. Part of that fear and frustration comes from the time it takes our first responders to put on their PPEs to keep themselves safe.
Along with toilet paper, PPE shortages, and evolving health and safety protocols, the requirements made it difficult to ensure the protections of our members. We recognize union leaders Jerry Healy and Joe Davis, who worked tirelessly to ensure that their members, as well as their clients they served, had needed equipment and proper procedures to keep everyone safe.
Some of us began to work from home alongside our kids who attended months of virtual school. Teachers, social workers, and all education staff tried to adapt overnight so they could teach remotely at the same time, supporting all of their classes and families through the very stressful times, as well as managing their own families. Krista Vincent and Leslie Chouinard are 2 heroes that found compassionate ways to do just that.
When COVID started to affect families in some of our schools, land winner and teacher Tanner Simpson and his mom, RCMP officer Patty Simpson, started collecting most needed items to make sure those families had what they needed, but also knew they weren't alone.
The situation for those who were experiencing poverty, inadequate housing, and limited access to food and supports has been made worse by the pandemic. Dawn McChrystal and Sarvinder Singh Dolhi worked tirelessly to diligently support such individuals to ensure they had what they need to get by night after night. We thank them for their tireless work and we're very proud to honor them with Labour Appreciation Awards.
We know that this year has been taxing for many. 211 has seen substantial increases of incoming support requests, 276% for counseling, 122% for mental health, and 105% for mental health assessments and treatment. Scott Balaz, who is an EFAP rep and helps members find support and treatment with addictions and substance use, has gone above and beyond in this very difficult time.
Suddenly, our cashiers, bus drivers, cleaning professionals, and clerks are celebrated local heroes, which we knew they were all along. It's precisely why we have been fighting so hard for fair wages, decent hours, and health and safety protections.
There's a new campaign that calls for updated safeguards. Respect us, protect us, and pay us. Local actives like our land winner, Masood Karimi, have been fighting for her rights throughout the pandemic.
Also witnessed another movement take on new life this year. That is crucial to our work. George Floyd was killed. As we reflect and unpack the weight of what that turning point in history, more and more of us found that collectively we couldn't breathe. The killing of Black people in the United States didn't stop with George. Hate oozed throughout North America, and movements like Black Lives Matter and Idle No More found new breath and strength.
At United Way, Elgin, Middlesex, there was a collective oath to audit our own practices and policies for both staff and our board of directors. Our team initiated a critical review of our funding practices and have made changes and continue to make changes to foster and ensure equity and inclusion, and to lobby for other funders to follow suit.
Reported incidences of domestic violence have risen 30% during the pandemic. We are locked down together. Tensions are high, times are uncertain, and these are vital contributing factors for abuse. Women and children living in abusive and dangerous situations deserve safe homes and immediate support and options. We are also seeing the effects of the pandemic disproportionately affect women. Many women have given up jobs to take care of immediate families' needs, such as providing childcare and support elderly parents, only to find they have no jobs to return to. Emily is an incredible champion of gender equity, and we thank her for her work.
Together, we have spent a lot of productive time lobbying all levels of government around a slew of important issues for workers in the community, including long-term care, paid sick days, living wage, farmer care, protections for migrant workers, and buying local policies. We are proud to celebrate other local heroes like folks at LM-LIP, our partners at both St. Thomas and London District Labour Councils and the Building Trades Council. They have been busy supporting our community, and Sue and I thank you.